Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. But as always, a word from the sponsors.
InDigital is on a mission to improve the 911 industry. Our goal is to create something better to go above and beyond the current standards. Our passion for creating the most advanced, well-designed solutions led to our position as an industry leader in next-gen core services. For the millions of calls processed over our emergency IP networks, to our Text for 911 solution, Texty, to our disaster recovery and backup solution, Mevo, it's easy to see we love what we do. For more information, check us out at www.indigital.net.
Rapid Deploy believes that every public safety agency, regardless of size, should have access to the data they need when it matters most. That's why, since 2016, our mission has been to reduce emergency response times and improve public safety. We are the industry's only integrated emergency response platform. Our web-based cloud platform includes analytics, mapping, dispatch, and mobile apps, purpose-built for 911 in the 21st century. Visit www.rapiddeploy.com to learn how we enable effective, efficient, data-driven emergency response.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yeah, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to another Open Mic Live. And it is November 19th, 2020. And damn, we are towards the end of the week. How are you all doing? This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And it's always so much fun. I've been swamped this week. There's been a lot of shit going on. Been recording episode after episode after episode, which is excellent because now I'll have them all done. I think I have them going through like January. That's how many episodes I've recorded and will be recording in the next week or so. But it's good. It's really good. It is excellent. Shout out to all the patrons. New patron that just joined last week, Jonathan. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. And more than you know. Roll call. Where are you watching from? Where are you? And also, what's your number? So whenever we join, when we come together here as this open mic family, this community, we always share a number. So how are you doing this week? I am, I would say I'm at a 9. How are you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, of course, and then 10 being amazing. How are you feeling? How is everything going? We're going into next week is going to be the holiday already. 2020 is finishing up hard and fast. Hold on. That's not what anyway, we'll continue. I'll continue going on. It is, it's going to be crazy, man. So much going on. And yeah, it's just good to be here with all of you. It is very good to be here with all of you. Let me see. Kelsey, what's going on? Dawn, welcome back. Let's see. Anthony out of Maine, a 7. Dawn, a 7. Tim, you're at a 5. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that number up. Hopefully we can get it up there. And let's see. Lydia, Canada. What's going on out of Canada? At an 8. Very nice. Kansas at a 6. And then Troy on the road training in Milwaukee this week. And you're a 9. Spreading and sharing the Rapid SOS word. Well done, dude. Well done. Be safe out there. Be safe. Dawn, hashtag hard and fast. Yeah, it starts already, right? Damn it. And then my girlfriend popping up in here out of Michigan. Erica, what's going on? Number 9. A 9. That is good. That is excellent. Pamela, a 4. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that number up with some of the stories that are going to be shared here. And John Goodrich, thank you for the shout out as a new member. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Off duty this week, but you're about a 7. That is good. Kim jumping in at an 8. Joe Patrick, what's going on, brother? I just had him on the podcast, and that was so good. It was an excellent one. You are all going to dig that one. He's at a 9+. Very good. Leslie jumping in here. Utah at a 5. Let's see if we can get that number up there. Hopefully by the end of this, we can get your number up a little more, at least by 1 point. Let's get over that 5 and see what we can bust out there. So episode 353 just went out, and that was with Brian from Datamark. Excellent episode. Episode 354 teaser is out there already. This is with Samantha, and out of Cobb County, out of Georgia. Superb. And not only person, but episode. Man, if you have not seen the teaser, make sure to check it out. It is just an outstanding episode. So look out for that one coming in. Let's see. Robert out of New Hampshire, vacation this week, about an 8, 9. Hell yeah. Good. Very good. That is excellent. Now, for tonight, I've got some stories. I mean, I know we do stories all the time, but I went looking for some dumb criminal stories. So I've got 3 of them here, and then I've got a meme that I want to show you to share some different stories. Every story that we share is usually some funny shit. So that is what I want to do. I want to share some funny stories. And this other one that has to do with this meme, it has nothing to do with public safety. Well, shit, I don't know. Maybe it will, depending on how it comes out. But this could be good. This could be really good. So if you have any funny 911 stories, whether it be a phone call or an open mic that happened to you, something that happened in the center, please throw those stories into the comments and I will read them. Also, if this is your first time at open mic, let me know. Let me know here in the comments. I always like to see when there's new people to jump in and get to enjoy this. And of course, please share this broadcast. The more you share, the more others will see it and people will jump on and also react. Throw in some reactions there. I appreciate it more than you know, because the more reactions end up bringing, it shows more people there as well. And a huge shout out to Kelsey for the stars. Thank you for sending me some stars. That is awesome. I've been so busy, I haven't looked into the whole stars thing further, to put something together to put out there for people so that they know even more what the stars are. But thank you, Kelsey. I appreciate that so much. All right. So I am going to read one of the stories here. And then while I'm reading this, again, I want you to throw in your stories as well into the comments here. So this first one actually happened about a year ago, going on a year ago now. This was when it was posted. It was January 8th, 2019. And I'm not going to read the title. I'm going to read the first part. And so, okay, hold on. Let me say this first. Let me ask this. For all of you who have been here before, what is the topic that most of the stories that we share go to? Throw that in the comments. I want to see if we're on par here. And Jeremy, what's going on, man? Oh, Kim's got a story up in this piece. Okay, let's see. It says, when I was new, I was giving instructions of checking the pulse. Patient was out at a donut shop. What? And the caller says, come over here. She says, we need to check your balls. Language barrier for sure, but I swear I said pulse. And there it is. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's how it happens. Okay, so it looks like people have you have it here. Poo. It's usually a lot of the stories end up going to that. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's where it ends up going. And yeah. Uh but that's funny right there. They checking the pulse, but instead thought it was checking balls. Oh man. Can you I can't even imagine that. Like what was your response? Like what did you say afterwards? Were you just did you correct them? Did you say no, 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 no. Not the coin sack. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for that's not what I'm looking pulse, you know, like the pulse. uh, oh man. Okay, so I had asked that question and everyone has it here. Yeah, poop. That's what it seems to come to. Okay. So since we have that figured out there, so here comes the story. Again, remember this was like a year ago that this was put out there. Um Kim says I said no, 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 pulse, not balls. And Stanley says they were balls deep in that call. Oh man. Let's see. Ma'am, just stay on the line. I'm going to tell you how to check. Yeah, is there an EMD card for that? Oh man. Okay. I'm already crying. All right. We're only like 13 minutes into this and I'm already crying. And scene. Okay. All right. So it says, talk about a party pooper. I didn't even read this first part. Oh man. A substitute teacher in Florida has been arrested after police say she attempted to ruin a child's outdoor birthday party by smearing feces all over the picnic benches. What? So I'm not going to say the name. I mean, it's public knowledge. It's out there, but I'm not going to say the name. It says the suspect was unhappy with the way the principal at the elementary school in Sarasota handled the complaint she'd filed, police say. So in an effort to get back at her, she showed up at, what is that? Is it Urfer Park, where the principal was hosting a birthday party for her daughter. I saw a lady wearing a mask and had rubber. I can't even read it. I saw a lady wearing a mask and had rubber gloves on, a witness stated. She had a cup of something. It wasn't oodles of noodles, that's for sure. She had a cup of something. She was she was pouring it she was pouring it out on the tables, then wiping it in. She went table to table, and police identified the substance in the cup as human feces. What the hell? The suspect, who faces criminal mischief charges, is being held on a $2,500 bond, and needless to say, she no longer works at that elementary school. Oh man. Okay, so what do you think of that? Oh, yeah. So This was, yeah, a substitute teacher ended up getting arrested for doing that because she was unhappy with the way the principal had, dealt with a complaint that she filed. So she knew the principal was having a birthday party for her daughter, like the principal's daughter. She was having a birthday party for her kid. So that substitute teacher showed up there with a couple cups full of goo and just on every picnic table to ruin the birthday party. What a dick move. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, look at. It's coming in right now. That's a shitty situation. Shit just got real. She did a shitty job anyway. Oh man. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me see. Would not be Thursday night unless Ricardo laughs hard enough to cry. That's right. That is correct. Let me see. Yep, it's all coming in here. Code Brown, definitely not pudding. I don't know why I was gonna read that pudding. Definitely not pudding. So Dawn, I missed the beginning of that story. Okay, I'll tell you. Oh, this happened in Florida. There was a substitute teacher who was pissed off. It was not happy with the principal's response to a complaint that she filed. So she knew that the principal was having a birthday party for her daughter. The substitute teacher goes over there with 2 cups of poo, straight up chocolate milk, and just put it all on the picnic tables to ruin the kids' party. Oh, that's so wrong, man. Oh, so wrong. Don says, "Oh, kind of like that movie where the maid brings a pie." Yeah, dude. Yeah, straight up. Just I can't believe I did that. But yes, that is exactly. Oh man, I am red. I'm hot. I can feel my face is hot. That is horrible. Oh man. Oh, I know there's a story up here. Let me go back to it. Okay, let's see. Troy says, dispatch a deputy to a dead deer in the road. After a bit, he calls back on the radio. Where is the deer? Shit. Loud thud heard on radio. Never mind. Found it. Dispatch a wrecker, please, for my cruiser. That is hilarious. Glad that the deputy was okay. But I remember being in dispatch and that would happen all the time too. Like you and sometimes the officers wouldn't call out on the radio. They would send an MCT message and be like, hey man, can you send over a wrecker? I'm like, where are you? Like, why? What happened? It's like, I hit a deer. I'm like, well, why don't you call it over the radio? He's like, no, man, it's embarrassing. Well, we need to know where you're at. You got to put it out there. Let's see. James, you just did. Yeah. Oh man. So this story comes from qrockonline.com. It's qrock 100 100.7 FM. I don't know. But that's where it comes from. They have looks like dumb criminal of the day section. So if you want to check out more, they have a bunch of them on there. I went there for this one, and then there's another one for the other couple stories that I have here. Let me see. Kind of like when you work for a shore town and they bury a 4x4 on the beach and text you, need a tow. Yeah, exactly. Because they're embarrassed that they did it to themselves. Ooh. Got a little kombucha here. Yeah, Brew Doctor. Good stuff. All right, so I got 2 more stories here. I'm gonna make sure that I have everything else. Okay, Yeah, we got a couple other stories, and then I have the image that I want to show. Because that's when the story is going to get a little different. It's going to be different from there. Again, when I show the meme, it's going to be stories that they don't have to do with public safety. Um, but it'll be good. It'll be really good. So I wanted to show you all something really quick. And hey, what is that, Don? Oh, Don, it's kombucha is what it is. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's kombucha. All right, I want to share something with you really quick, just right in the beginning, because it's kind of funny, and it's just a little preview for what I have coming along. So let me show you right here.
Let him start. It's a good one.
All right, we're live.
We could do like 2 hours, right?
I mean, maybe, yeah, we can break it up into parts. So it says, let's see, nope, that right up there in the upper left hand corner, it says live, but we're recording live. We're not on social media or anything. So just so you know, there's I have to make sure to say it, because there was one time I didn't say it, and my guests kind of freaked out. They're like, wait a minute, we're live and it's recording live.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to bring your screen down and we'll get started.
All right.
So that right there is just a little clip from right in the beginning for this this episode that's going to be coming up soon, and that is with Jackie and Josie of Wasilla PD out of Alaska. You may have seen them as well on ABC's new show Emergency Call, and they are hilarious. We were talking forever right before right before we got started, and that's why that's why Jackie's saying let him start already. Because we had been there talking and everything for a long time before we actually started. But make sure to look out for that episode. It is going to be an excellent one. Again, they were hilarious. Excellent stories. They've been doing it for a while. Actually, Jackie is going on about 9 months. She's new, baby dispatcher, and her sister Josie, she's been there about 7 years. So it's going to be really good. All right, let me go back up into the comments here. I just know you usually drink water. Yeah. No, I've got some water down here too. Some sparkling water. Let's see. Makes me laugh when Ricardo starts laughing before he says anything. I can't help it, man. I cannot help it. It just happens. It just happens sometimes where I just start laughing my ass off, and I just cannot help it. Let's see. Lone says, me either, Don. I thought it was alcohol. No, actually, I haven't had a drop of alcohol in over a year. So, yeah. I did a sober October not this past October, but the October before. And I've been doing it ever since. Don't get me wrong. I like a good craft brew or something, but this has been good. I've got a lot of shit going on. So I've been drinking my kombucha and water. Let's see. Mandy says, I love those two in Emergency Call. Yeah, they are awesome. And you get to hear actually a lot of stuff from behind the scenes on how it was, the experience, how, after a while, it didn't even seem like there were anybody on camera there. And also, if you remember in some of the episodes, Jackie had someone sitting next to her. She's actually training. During that time, she's training. Oh, my mom is on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Robert says, I'm liking the Emergency Call episodes. Love the Alaska group. Yes. Yep, very cool. Gary says sober since last October. Our condolences. Oh, that's funny. That's been good though, man. I actually love it. It has been really good. I've enjoyed it. Um, let's see. James says, so years ago, a lieutenant and sergeant would come up to visit dispatch. The lieutenant would tell a couple of war stories and then rest his eyes, in quotes. In quotes. One time he told my partner and I about a DOA. The lieutenant was dispatched to a hotel for a check the well-being. No answer at the door. No answer at the door. Management lets him into the room. He checks the room, appears to be empty. Then he noticed the bathroom door was ajar. He went to check. What? He went to check, and there was the DOA, confined space bathroom. The gentleman was in process and stood up. Wait, it wasn't DOA? The person stood up? Your story cuts off right there, right at stood up. Copy and paste it in, man. Hook me up, James. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Wait, what? Yeah, copy it again. Process and stood up. Okay, I'll have to go back to that one because I don't see the other piece here. Everyone's saying hello to my mom. Yeah. My mom is up in here. That's funny. Let's see. Mandy says, yes, saw that episode when she was sat with her CTO and the CTO coaching her through. Great teamwork between them. Yes, exactly. Well, you want to know something funny is that when I first saw it, until I really thought about it, I was like, oh, the person is there like just helping her out. And I thought, oh, she must be training. She must be training. That's why she's there. Like she had actually said something and then she repeated it. So then when I'm talking to the both of them, which by the way, Jackie had just finished a 16-hour shift and went to Josie's, and I had them on and I was like, we can reschedule if you want. I'll just do the one with Josie. And she's like, no, I'm already here and I've got my coffee and stuff. So we ended up just doing that episode. It was like 2 hours long, which was superb. It was an epic episode. But yeah, she was telling me, she goes, yeah, I was training the whole time. And I said, well, what was that like for you? And she goes, it wasn't all that bad. I just remember that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't really even talk about them being there, or notice them being there rather. And then Josie as well, Josie had a couple of those calls. One of the calls was where her her daughter might have been in an accident, and then another one where her husband was going to a disorderly, and it sounded like a fight going on and stuff. And they talk about all of this and what was going on and how long the calls actually last versus how much they actually show on the show. So it was really, really good. Let's see. Don says, I remember that and thought, what a great team. Never even considered that she was in training. Yeah. Right. Because there would be times and stuff where I remember being in dispatch where, if one of our partners had a call or something that we were helping them out on, that we would go over there and stand there and, help them out or whichever, just assist. And initially that's what I was thinking was going on. And then, realizing after, oh, she's training right now. She's got to be training. So yeah, you'll have to look out for that one. That was excellent. Robert says, oh my God, my heart sank on that accident call that she thought was, yeah. Yeah, me too. Well, and we talk about that. So there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be in that episode. I will make sure to let all of you know when it comes out. So continue to throw your stories in there. I've got another one here that I'm going to read. And James, no, I know I'm trying to figure out that phone piece. on it, because the phone that I was using before was a different phone that I don't have anymore. It belongs to the company that I used to work for. That was my demo phone. So that's why I just used it, and I don't want to put my actual one out on there. So I got to figure that out. Plus, it's I need to have someone to actually answer those calls and then put them in after going through and talking to them to make sure that it's not just someone out of nowhere willy-nilly coming on wanting to talk some shit, you know? So I got to figure that piece out, but I will get there. I will get that back on there because that was a lot of fun, right? That was a lot of fun having people come on and call in. Um, so here's another one, and oh, this is another one out of Florida. What the hell? Um, so this one's out of Clearwater, and so it says he had he had a winning scratch off. There was one problem. Now this comes from Newser.com. Yeah, Newser.com, and it looks like they have something as well, where they do like a criminal type thing like that too. So this one says, um, so much for being lucky at the lottery. That's how the Clearwater Police Department in Florida is describing the unfortunate plight of a 27-year-old suspect who's accused of swiping more than a dozen scratch off lottery tickets from a local speedway, then trying to cash in a winning ticket at the same store. Wah, wah. Police say that the suspect strolled into the convenience store around 2 a.m. on Tuesday. And while the worker behind the counter was caught up doing something else, the suspect reached over and took 13 different scratch offs worth just over $100. The suspect slipped out of the store, police say, but he apparently couldn't wait to see if any of his tickets were winners. One was in the amount of $30. And so a few hours later, he showed up at the same speedway to cash it in, per police. That's what they say. But in the Facebook post, the Clearwater PD notes, that's when store workers called us and we arrested him. According to jail records, the suspect was charged with petty theft, dealing with stolen property, and driving with a suspended license for the second time. Dude, it's safe to say it was not his lucky day. That's what the police department says in the Facebook post. Wah, wah. Yeah. Troy says, what? Another dumb criminal? Yeah. Mind blown. Yeah, exactly. Man, the balls on that person to steal those and then win something and be like, you know what? I'm going to go back up in there and I'm going to get that money. Oh, man. I mean, it's job security though, right? Right? It works. It works. All right, let's see. Okay. So before I read this one, I want to show you a picture. I was going to save this for the end, but I want to go ahead and do this now. And put it out there. And I think I saw that one. James, yeah, so the dude was using the restroom before he passed away. I know that. Oh, poor person. That's a horrible way to be found. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. So, oh, crap. Literally, I'm about to show this meme and and my mom is in the comments. So this is going to be bad. This is going to be horrible. But I have some notes as well actually from hold on a minute. Oh. Okay, hold on. I just got a message from somebody. I want to see if I want to see um James. No, no, not for me. Maybe for my mom. That's why. um hold on a minute. I can't believe I'm doing this live, but I have to ask this person if I can share this. Cuz she might be watching right now. I'm just going to type this, but I'm also going to be talking to you at the same time. So I apologize. I would never do this, but I just saw this pop up and I need to ask. Okay. So Lone says the sad part is a medic or is as a medic, how many people I worked people people that I worked that arrested in the restroom. Oh man. Yeah, I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine going on a call like that, especially, you know, at a gas station or you know, public restrooms or whatever, that people go to use the restroom and that's where they remain. And then you have to be the one to go over there. Um that is something else. Um I'm gonna see if this person responds back. Hopefully they do, because I would love to share this. And see, James, look at the comment from my mom. She's covering her eyes. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up some of the notes that I have here because I want to make sure that I have it right, that I read it right. Okay. Yeah, Halcyon. Yes, the bathroom is. Um, so bad. Okay, I got it right here. So I'm gonna leave this open over here just to see if this person responds. Hopefully she does. Because I want to read it. I want to say it. I want to mention it. But I don't want to do it unless, you know. No, Don, you didn't miss the meme. I'm about to put it up here right now. And here we go. Okay, so here's the meme. It's it's so bad, but it says, "Please lower your voice. Mom will hear you. I didn't hit you that hard. Hit me back. We'll call it even. Please don't tell mom." The poor kid in the picture, man. That is horrible. Okay, I'm gonna remove it now. So this is why I was saying that with this meme, that the stories are gonna be a little different. They're not gonna be public safety related. So how many of you growing up with siblings did this happen to you? Whether if you were on one end or the other, how many of you dealt with this? Oh man. So so a good friend of mine, I shared this meme and they sent me a story. And so I want to read this, and it says, "My brother broke his arm when he was 4 and I was 5 because I because I told him I told him he should climb up on our stair railing and he fell. I've lived with the guilt of that my whole life and thought my parents knew it was my fault. I just jokingly brought it up to my mom and she was like, 'What? That was your idea?'" And she says, "Yep, I busted myself out 33 years later." Oh man. So all right, here's another one. Oh good, there's a lot of stories coming in. This is good. This is funny. Um all right. So this person says and this is right after I showed them the meme. It says, "Oh my God, that reminds me of the time my brother accidentally hit me in the nose with a tennis racket. I was about 8 years old, and standing behind him, he threw a walnut up in the air and swung as hard as he could at it. Only problem is that I intercepted his swing with my face. I still remember the pain. I think I almost passed out. Blood was gushing all over. A neighbor had to come over and help because our parents were gone. And this was enough that they had another story that says, or there was a time he gave me a black eye the day before picture day because he was playing Indiana Jones with a leather necktie and accidentally hit me in the eye. A leather necktie? And accidentally hit me in the eye. Oh my God, my mom lost her shit. She had to cover up my eye with makeup. I'm going to. So she, her mom ended up having to cover up her eyeball with that, and that is just hilarious. Let me scroll back up here, and it looks like it looks like some people. Okay, Leslie says, "Oh my, I still hate my older brother." Troy says, "Oh my God, many times." We got a thumbs up. We've got a hand on up here, like, yeah, I did. Kelsey says, "My sister and I were messing around, and she sprained her ankle super bad. I told her to punch me in the face." I told her to punch me in the face and not tell her parents what happened. She didn't tell until we were adults. I still have a scar on my lower lip. Oh, so she did punch you? Oh, that is hilarious. Let's see. Roxy says, cousin with a plastic shopping cart. Have her broke my nose? Oh man, this is great. Leslie says broken nose from having a door slammed. Oh geez. Halcyon says I shot my little brother in the head with an airsoft gun. He was fine. I can hear you saying it's fine. He was fine. Then walked inside, saw my mom was in the living room and began crying. In my defense, I was aiming for his legs. That is a completely different area, dude. How did that happen? Oh man. Let's see. I did a science experiment when I was a kid involving my sister, a slip and slide and a jart. What? Oh, this is hilarious. This is so good. Let's see. Troy says, I hit my sister in the face accidentally with my dad's driver golf club, laid her out cold. No. Halcyon says, I have 5 siblings. I have stories for days. We'll keep them coming. Dawn says he's actually wiping tears. Yes, I am. This is how good this is. And my mom saying, "Oh my God." Are you saying "Oh my God" because you remember the craps that the twins and Nando and I did? Roxy says, hence why Halcyon's sister is a cop. Oh man, probably. Oh, this is hilarious. Let's see. James says, my dad was pitching baseballs at my older brother. Oh, as my old, not at him, as my older brother was practicing being a catcher, and my dad hit Rob in the head, needed stitches over his right eye. Oh no. Okay, so I've got something similar to that. I remember I was playing catch with my cousin, and I, I remember he whipped it, and when he whipped it, I caught it. Like we kept throwing it back and forth, and he's older than me, so you know he's got way more strength, and he whips it, and I caught the ball, which I was happy. But when I caught the ball, it came back and hit me in the face. It hit hard enough that it knocked out my filling. That's how bad it was. Mom, maybe you remember this. Oh, it was not good. Um, let's see. Halcyon says my cop sister was watching my brother's wrestling meet. He complained about his foot really hurting. She told him it was fine. Walk it off. So he did. It was fractured. So what is it with siblings, you know? Like we're like, you're fine, man. It's fine. Walk it off. You're good. Meanwhile, it's hanging and the bone is protruding out, bleeding everywhere. And you're like, it's all good, dude. Let's go get an ice cream. uh, let's see. Erica says, one day my brothers and I were waiting in the car for our parents to come outside. My brother had the old school cigarette lighter from, oh, this already sounds bad. A cigarette lighter from the car in his hand and dared me to touch it. I didn't think he would actually tell me what? I didn't think he would actually tell me to do that if it was hot. Oh, so I stuck my finger in it. I realized that I was in trouble when I could hear my fingers sizzling. Oh no. We tried to pretend that nothing was wrong when my parents got in the car, but the smell of burning flesh gave it away. My brother got in so much trouble. Is there more? It stops at trouble. If there is, copy it and put it in there. Leslie says, now being a parent with adult children, finding out all the crap that happened while away from the house. Oh my, I know, right? Roxy says, he cut my hair off once. While you were sleeping? What? Oh no. Oh man. That is awesome. Let's see. Halcyon says, I feel like this was a rite of passage for a younger sibling in the 90s. You know, yeah, could be. Could be. Let's see. Gina says, we lived in the country. I was chasing my brother. He jumped off the porch and ducked under the clothesline. I failed to duck. It wasn't pretty. The line caught me under the chin. I literally flipped. Oh no. That is horrible. And Erica says yes. Okay. And Roxy says she was 9. You were 9 sleeping and he cut your hair? What did you do? Oh man, this might be bringing up some old shit. Like, how many of you are going to call your siblings after this and be like, you're a dick? This guy was online. He was talking about sibling stuff. I remember. I didn't forget. You're going to get yours. I'm going to cut your hair when you're asleep. Kelsey says, I threw a large metal Tonka trunk at my sister one time and it landed directly on her head and split it open. Dude, those things are, yeah, those are like straight up metal, man. It's just like the old Transformers. You could knock somebody out, put somebody in the hospital with those things. Oh man, that is hilarious. Let's see. Leslie says the older siblings put my youngest in a suitcase, zipped it shut, and sent it down a flight of stairs. Oh, no way. Oh, wow. That is pretty funny right there. Halcyon says I kicked my sister directly in the chin and almost broke my pinky toe. My mom made me tell everyone at the doctor's office why I was there getting x-rays. She called you out? Or made you call yourself out? That is amazing. Your mom is awesome. I'm pretty sure my mom would have had us do the same thing. See, Kelsey says, I was one of the old ones from the 80s, so it was super. What? Oh, it was not I. It. It was one of the old ones from the 80s, so it was super heavy in real metal. Yes, I come from that era. I used to have one of those. It was enormous. Yes, those things were huge, man. Troy says, I bet my sister, she couldn't put a half yellow crayon up her nose. She won and a trip to the ER. Yay! She didn't get anything else? You didn't give her anything, dude? That's not cool. You could have given her like a payday or something. Let's see. Lone says, I kicked my sister in the head with my hard Sunday shoes on because she had the old maid car. Oh. Wow. I honestly, I did not think that there were going to be this many stories that were going to come up. When I had showed this to my friend, I was like, man, I hope people share stories. And my friend says, oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will share. Oh man. I I would share some, but I'm pretty sure I've told you all the BS that we used to do. Um oh man. Yeah. So much fun though, right? So much fun growing up. Like I said, growing up, we used to do some stupid shit. And my parents ended up finding out later on, when we were adults. My dad swears that he's like, "No, I knew what you guys were doing. I knew." And we're like, "Yeah, yeah, you did." And some of it he did because he would know some details. We're like, like when when my parents would be gone, they'd go off to a retreat or something or on a date or whatever. We would stay up late and we would be sitting there watching TV with our grandmother, who was amazing. She had the best sense of humor. The shit you hear me say, I probably get it from her because she was hilarious. But we would be there and we would be watching TV and our parents would pull in and she would say, "I vienen, I vienen." Like, here they come, here they come. She'd be telling us in Spanish. And we start hauling ass running. And so our bedrooms were in the back corner of the house, right? And you would run through the living room, the kitchen, and when you get to the dining room, my mom had this china cabinet there where even just barely walking, you could hear it like cling, ling, 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 like you could hear it. So we would be hauling ass, and then as soon as we'd get to it, just as slow as we could, because if not, you'd still be able to hear it. So we would all jump into our into our beds, and you would hear boo, 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 boo. Not rave music. My dad walking. You would hear him walking, and um, he would go to the room, and he would look in, and like you could feel it, and you're like, try not to breathe, try not to breathe, or just breathe normal, don't make any sound. And he would say, I know you guys are awake. And my brother and sister sometimes would start laughing, or one of them would start crying and would give us all away, and we'd be screwed. Or my brother, would start laughing just being there, and or we would be there and he would walk into the room and just stand there. And he's like, I know you're awake, Richie. And I'm just and then he would walk away, but it was the scariest shit. Oh, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it. I'm a grown ass man, but thinking about it, that takes me back, man. I don't know if you guys ever did that, but I remember when we would be running, our grandmother would just be laughing and laughing at us. It was the best. Let me go back up here. It looks like there's more that came in. Let's see. Dawn says, I'm so old, I don't remember what I did to my sister when I was a kid. And Troy says, kids don't care. Hashtag brutal. That's right. Yeah, we just went with it. And Mike says, I'm sure your mother remembers. I'm sure she does too. Let's see. Kelsey says, my sister gently tossed a piece of Easter candy at me and it chipped my tooth. 30 years later, I had to get a crown on it, then a root canal, then another crown. The tooth cost me over $1,000 just for some shitty Easter egg candy. Oh man, that is awesome. And my mom is laughing right there. Yep. See, Lone says the results for my science experiment was my sister's lying on the slip and slide, 2 teeth knocked out, blood all over her face, my mom wiping the blood with with my underwear. She ripped off the clothesline. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Is that after you got spanked or something?" And my father whooping my behind in the backyard. Oh no. Oh, dude. You got your ass handed to you, literally. Mike says, I think you should have your mother on a Thursday night just to tell us stories of you. Should make us laugh. Just saying, she was on. She was on like a month or two ago, and we were actually telling these stories, stuff that I did in high school. One, the very first time I got caught skipping, I got the her side of it. And then 2, when I pretended to be my government teacher, or hold on, rewind. Hold on a minute. No. When I pretended to be my dad, my government teacher called because I was doing good in the class, but I was skipping the class as well. So he called to tell my parents what was going on, and I just happened to pick up the phone, and my dad and I sound the same on the phone. So I pretended to be my dad. And I did get busted because my mom was the one who always went with me to parent-teacher conference. For whatever reason this day, she did not. They switched, and my dad went with me. I completely forgot about the phone call. My dad went with me. I was nervous as it was because it was my dad. My dad is the Mexican Red. So that 70s show, Red, the dad, Foreman's dad, that's my dad. My dad is Red. And we go through every single teacher. Everything is fine. I'm doing great until we get to the government teacher, and we're sitting down, and he says, Ricardo. Well, no, it was Richard because they knew him as Richard. His name is Ricardo, but he went to school there, so and they all called him Richard. So they said to him, or he said to him, it was really good talking to you a couple weeks ago. And I just sat there because then I realized, busted, so busted. And I can feel my dad just staring, peering into my brain, into my soul. I could hear him saying, "You're dead." And he just ends up saying, so I talked to him, huh? And I said, and I turned and looked at my teacher and I was like, you talked to me, you didn't talk to my dad. He's like, oh, okay. And my dad goes, wait out in the hallway. I was like, I'm dead, man. I'm dead. So that story, my mom told her side of it, her and my dad, what they talked about. And it was hilarious. But yes, I need to have my mom back on to talk, to share about some more stuff. Let's see. Adrian here says, been there pretending to be asleep. They felt the TV and knew we had been awake. Love Boat, then Saturday Night Live. Kelsey says, I tried fake sleeping one time, but the burn in the carpet told another story. Oh, did you pull a Marty McFly? Did they go easy on you? Oh, man. Thank you all so much for sharing these stories, dipping back into the past and bringing up some of the shit that happened. We might have to do this every so often and share these types of stories because this is hilarious, man. This is funny stuff. So the last story that I want to share here it's also from newser.com. This was about a year ago now. Excuse me. And it says suspect in oh, hold on. I think Ricardo needs to have his siblings on to tell the real Ricardo stories. Yeah, I should have them on because we had some good times. Funny times. of course, too. And my mom says he does sound like his dad, but he got busted. Thanks, Mom. I love you. Okay, so it says a suspect in Missouri wanted for possession of a controlled substance is likely regretting recent food choices after. I got to start again. A suspect in Missouri wanted for possession of a controlled substance is likely regretting recent food choices after loud farting revealed his or her hiding spot near Liberty, Fox News reports. And in quotes here, it says, if you've got a felony warrant for your arrest, the cops are looking for you, and you pass gas so loud it gives up your hiding spot, you're definitely having, and then apparently there's a poop emoji day. And that was actually a Facebook post from the Clay County Sheriff's Office. What? And then it says further details in the case are sparse, but the fart jokes are aplenty. In quotes, we got to give props to Liberty PD for using their senses to sniff him out. What the hell? The sheriff's office commented on its own post. Thanks to the Sheriff Clay County for airing out a wanted person's dirty laundry and fanning the flames. The Liberty Police Department was surprised to see the incident slip out, which stinks for the arrestee. The city notes no one was hurt during the incident, either by gas or the resulting arrest. And that's and and that's the poop scoop. Oh man. Again, that's from Newser. And at the at the top, it just says suspect gives up hiding spot with ill-timed outburst. Missouri cops catch a lucky break thanks to a loud fart. I can't even imagine, you know, having a warrant and stuff and taking off and hiding. You know, you see, like, you can probably see the officers going by, you can hear the radios, they're looking for you, and you're sitting there, and then out of nowhere, burnt. You're just sitting there like, I can't believe that just happened. However, it wasn't just a burnt from what this sounds like. It was real loud. It was loud enough that the officers found this person because they were cracking off. They were cracking them off. It wasn't just a crop dust. It was a straight up jet engine. Oh man. Yeah. A person's lucky though that they didn't just like straight up drop heat right there. Good times. Lone says, I hate when I have to work Thursday nights. This is always needed and funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Troy says, way worse is being on a 911 call with someone sick and sitting on the toilet. That too. That does happen. You're taking a phone call and someone ends up telling you, hey, can you hold on just one moment? I'm gonna set the phone down. Okay, yeah, go ahead. And then you start hearing everything. You're like, no. Because then you can't do anything. You just got to sit there and listen. And then you're like, now I got to pee. Good Lord. All right. We are on the wrap up of this live broadcast. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me tonight and every night, Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, for Open Mic Live. Next week is Thanksgiving, and I don't think I'm going to be doing one next week. I'll probably do one the following week. Leslie says puking is the worst. I've heard that as well. Yes. And then you cover the phone, or you mute it, and you're like, because you're gagging as well. Oh man. Lone says, what about when you are on the toilet and have to answer a complaint call? I've never had to do that before, but snaps. that sucks. Um, so yes, we'll see. I'll play it by ear, see what happens for next week. I do have um a bunch of episodes that I'm recording next week as well. I'm going to try to do a dispatchers roundtable, round 13, and it's going to be on um, the topic of resilience, morale, and burnout. And going to get that one working in there as well. So I'm going to try to figure all of that out. Again, we got several episodes. One of which is going to be Senator Kagan out of Maryland, and that one is going to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to that. So make sure to look out for all the episodes that are coming up. And if you're a patron, there is a lot more behind the scenes and Singing Badly in My Car. I've got another one that's coming out next week. So thank you again, all of you, for joining me tonight. I appreciate it more than you know. This live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And if you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is at 91 Podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches Podcast. This show will always be free, but if you're looking for any of that bonus content that I was talking about just a moment ago, you can check us out, and that'll be patreon.com/WTT Podcast. Again, big ups and welcome, and thank you to Jonathan for being a new patron, and of course to all the patrons and all of you for watching, listening, sharing, supporting, everything. I appreciate it so much. I wouldn't be able to do this without all of you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. And this can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the flagship show Within the Trenches can be heard 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Thank you all very much once again. Have an excellent night. As always, this has been fun. And as we go out into the closing here, what is your number? That was the one thing I didn't get to ask. And so Mike threw this in here already, 9.5 ending. Woo! Got that number up. So any of you here that were, what is your number now? Did it go up? Mine was a 9 when I started, and I have gone beyond. So again, thank you all so much. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.